Let's put our hands together for Team 15.
All right, so if I could have you guys all look under your chairs, tell me if you have a purple Post-it note. I think you're gonna find that most of you do not. Only about 30% of you have a Post-it note. The reason for that is because 30% is about the percentage of students that are engaged in classrooms today, and it's also the percentage of teachers that find meaningful time to do collaboration. Now me, I was a product of No Child Left Behind. I was asked to memorize information, I was asked to take multiple choice tests. And now that I'm a first year teacher, I rely on that, how I was taught, to inform my students. And so I ask, what resources do I have in order to make my curriculum when I'm expected to do Common Core and make it more engaging? I have two, basically. One, my textbook, which is still NCLB structured, which still has multiple choice, which is still not very real world applied. And I have my fellow teachers who've also been teaching NCLB for many years, and we don't have enough time to collaborate. So what options do I have?
All right, so for teachers like Will, we invented OpenBox. So OpenBox is a platform that involves communities of teachers, of students, of parents, administrators, college students, and businesses. They brainstorm real life, real world, relevant challenges that teachers and students can then go into the classroom and solve. So here's how it works. Will can go online, make a profile, specify some things about his class, like the grade, the subject, the concept. He orders a kit.
You have a delivery.
It gets delivered. So he can either choose one for us to surprise him with. And so if he does, on the big day, he opens it with his class. And ta-da, it's a surprise. It's a real world, relevant challenge for Will, for his students to solve. And so OpenBox there are no right or wrong answers. It's about fun, it's about engagement, it's about learning. And so at the end, students are tasked with the tasked to reteach this to their teachers, and then they go back with feedback, with advice, and this collaboration is key.
All right.
Who's going to pay for all of this? Who's going to pay for all of
This
this?
is like think about it as a Redbox or a Netflix subscription. You get the box, you've already paid for it. When you return it, you actually get some money refunded back. Or if you return the results of the project, you get it back. So this is a for-profit funded model by the consumer.
And so those who don't have the ability to do it, communities with challenges, they're not inside this project.
We bring in foundation support, absolutely, yeah.
And what was that last piece you said really fast about students teaching it back to their teachers?
So it's more of a reflective model as well. So if the students have the mastery of whatever it is that they've learned and they can teach it back to the instructor, that is the highest level, if you will, of teaching. And that's what we're hoping now. We're kind of like challenging that and now bringing it back. The students teach us, the teachers.
An example of one of the challenges, sort of like a Birchbox, like all these other consumer
there's
boxes.
one in the box.
What was it?
There was a problem in the box. Basically, I was telling him about a time I traveled to Rwanda. There's a big problem with like maintaining water and like not having to travel far. So there's a problem statement in there that says, you know, here's some materials, construct something that is able to make the water transportable, that you can travel with it, that you can easily, you know, access it so that you don't have to be, you know, traveling twice a week with your class to get water or, you know, et cetera. So we just put whatever was in what was accessible to us in the design shop. So obviously we would maybe pre-think a little more what we would give the students. But, you know, we sort of leave it up to them to be creative and see what they come up with. There's no real right or wrong answer.
But the beauty is that it maps back to standards you can actually use in the real world. So this is a real model that you can use. Comes to you in a box, and the teacher is on the same side as the students because we're all trying to problem solve together. It democratizes the classroom.
Right. And more importantly, I think this notion of collaboration. So Will is one. I think everybody in this room is one and wants to build. So we want to harvest that and, you know, build it organically from the bottom up, you know, to make sure
And
that
if you make a mistake, how do you correct it? If you have the wrong box content to this person, how do you correct this?
I mean, really being flexible, like that's something that you need, that's a skill you need to have in the real business world. Kind of using what you have, be creative, make solutions.
we'll send you another one.